So I got you know the Quartering, right? You know of him.
The Quartering?
Yeah, the dude on YouTube.
No.
He's like a YouTube commentary. He does like news sort of stuff sometimes.
Okay.
He's pretty cool. But anyways, he has it's the brand coffee thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We ordered some coffee and stuff from him, coffee and tea, and it just came in today.
Oh.
I'm gonna try it and I'm gonna see how it is. Cause nice. I got salted caramel.
That should be fire.
Yeah.
So anything salted caramel is pretty good.
I'm excited.
That's pretty good. All right. Let's go ahead and roll these sleeves up. Welcome back to DWG Podcast, Down with the Kid Down with your host, Romel.
And your boy, Derek. You really didn't roll your sleeves up.
I pulled them up. It's fine. I didn't feel like unbuttoning them. That's too much.
I guess.
It's extra.
Okay.
Even though I know you need to roll this up. This is a little hot.
Yeah. I don't know why you did that to
I'm getting
yourself.
a little spicy. Because it was cool this morning when I drove. I was like, all right.
Well, that's also because you have your windows down.
Yeah. So I was like chilling. I was like, are we good? We good. And then I had got hyped because my girl was like, I don't like your outfit. And I was like, oh, thanks. I said, thanks.
Fuck it up, Kevin.
Fuck it up. Fuck him up. Give it to him. Show him that little shoulder. But nah, I did that. Now, and as soon as it started, the heat started dropping, I was like, starting to regret some things.
I regret my decisions.
I'm getting a little hot. But shoot, let's just get right. Let's get right into it. I got a lot of topics that we discussed on the board for today. But so first and foremost, what is I just want to know your personal before we talk about this. What's your personal opinion on Kanye West?
He's a genius.
All right. But instantly, he's a genius. He's the best thing since sliced bread.
Nah, I mean Kanye's cool. I don't. A lot of people have a problem with him.
Yeah,
but I think it's just all the people that have a problem with him typically all think the exact same.
And what is that?
It's like all liberal people. Because he's more conservative type of person.
Mm-hmm.
All like the super liberal people have a problem with him. But that's just because they're on like two different sides. Also, he says stuff that like people just don't agree with. Honestly, I don't have a problem with it. I don't really think most of the stuff he does is like a really big deal. I think people kind of blow it out of proportion because he's famous, and so they just like to talk about him.
I feel that.
It's one of those things where, like, if you really don't like Kanye, just don't pay him any mind.
Just ignore it.
Yeah.
You know, people can't do that.
Well, I know that, but
yeah, people can do that, especially after the shit that he just dropped with them goddamn the White Lives Matter shirt. You knew that was gonna go crazy.
Yeah, but I was like, I don't care. It's just a shirt. I don't give a shit.
I feel that.
Because I mean, all it is like he wanted to promote that white lives and black lives matter, pretty much. Because I mean, what you hear a lot in media right now for like the past few years is like white people pretty much suck. Like they're like pieces of shit.
It's to the point. It's to the point where you hear white people talking about how much they don't like white people.
Right.
I'm like, nigga, y'all the same.
Right.
What are you talking about?
It's like they're literally like an Uncle Ruckus.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I low key get a little bothered when I hear that comment.
When you hear like white people say how much they hate white people.
Yes, I'll be like,
I do too, because I feel like because like for me, I feel like it's super fake.
Yeah.
Like you're just telling me that because you think I just don't fuck with white people, and so you're just like, I'm down with you. I'm down with the blacks. I'm down with the blacks. I hate the same people you hate. I hate you. Me too.
Me too. I just can't stand white people. White people, huh? And you be like,
okay,
all right.
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from, but you thought this was a good segue for me to be like, you're one of
they want you to say you're one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
That's basically them That's basically them. Like when they look at us and they be like, "You're one of the good ones." And you be like, "What does that mean?" That's basically the equivalent of when they try to be the white ally. Mm-hmm. They're like, "All right,"
and I'm just like, "Bro, I don't give a shit. It doesn't. It doesn't matter to me." And so a lot of people have problems with Kanye for that sort of thing. I'm just like, you're stupid. But how do you feel about Kanye?
When it comes to Mr. West, that was no, we just blew that over. I was about to say, oh, that's the we gotta leave.
It's a ghost.
It's a ghost. But no, my views on Mr. West. I was a Kanye fan for sure growing up. The Graduation album was my shit. I listen to that heavy because my dad put me on, and so I'm a big person of if I fuck with the music, I fuck with you. I fuck with you. Like that. That was my biggest thing until I got older, and then I started realizing niggas are weird. Niggas are weird. I still fuck with the music.
Hence R. Kelly.
R. Kelly for one. It's like one of the things is like, all right, cool. Do I separate what you do outside of this with your art?
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that I can easily do because I really don't be giving a fuck. I'd be like, all right, cool. With
You
R.
still
Kelly,
make good music, so I'm
still
just
make
like,
good music.
whatever.
Mm-hmm. But like, yeah, if you get locked up, aka R. Kelly, that's on you.
Yeah.
Like shit happens. Yeah. But yeah, I understand not trying to support certain things, but I know that it's not supporting that person if they're not getting paid for it because obviously they're in jail. But yeah. But with Kanye, he says a lot of wild shit, and I've been looking at Kanye weird ever since he went on stage with Taylor Swift and told them was like,
this isn't your award.
Just like it basically was like Beyonce should have won this.
For you, I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
I was sitting there like, and we were talking about that shit for a while. I remember being in middle school, and then
that happened in middle school.
That happened in middle school.
That's crazy.
And yeah, that was in middle school for us. And then literally the next day, everybody was like, "Bro, did you see Kanye walk up there and say that she didn't deserve the thing?" At the time, I thought it was like, damn, maybe she just didn't deserve it. That's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe he was right. I don't know.
I don't know, because I mean, like. Kanye has like mental health, obviously.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, whatever. I mean, there are a lot of people who have like mental health problems and they kind of just say inflammatory shit. And part of it also is
it's like Tourette's. Niggas just be saying shit.
Yeah. I mean, part of it for me also is like, I feel like he just kind of says stuff for like shock value. Because, it's one of the easiest forms of like making money is to be like provocative and shocking, like the song. It's provocative.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
No, it's not.
It gets the people going.
He gives me autistic vibes.
Autistic?
Yeah, like like
probably not.
You know how like my younger brother, like when he just randomly says stuff and like has a sentence and like the sentence start, he be like, "What if I did this?" I feel like that's what goes through Kanye's head sometimes. It's like, what if I'm gonna just say something? Like he's super hyper focused when he's in music mode. Because I was watching his documentary on Netflix and watching him like work. Dude, I can say like dude has genius qualities. When he's sitting there in the booth and he's doing these things, you can see like he doesn't vibe to music like the regular person. He vibes to music like a crazy person. like if you see the way he bumps. Like he'll be sitting there and he just look like he's rocking back and forth with like in the fucking chair.
Use your approved electronic devices. You'll find an electronic device.
He's like,
yeah,
like,
I've seen him do that.
Like, I'll be like, most people they'll be like, yeah, feeling that hell like, like yeah, this the one, Kanye. And I'll be like, the fuck is happening? So I was like, it's something off, but it really happened. Like I'm iffy with him because of how close his relationship was with his mom. And after she passed away is when I started seeing decline in his mental health and the things that he was doing and him being in the public. And it didn't seem like he was trying to surround people. Like he wasn't when you got a yes person around you or like the voice of reason is gone and then now you're like, I ain't got no voice of reason, or everybody around you is like, yeah. I feel like he had that around him too long.
Probably, yeah.
So now when people tell you,
a lot of it too is like, in the Black community, we don't really like take mental health very seriously. So
at all.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of the things with him that were red flags is like, yo, he needs actual like help.
Yeah.
A lot of it is just people just clowning on him, and then the other people just like, yeah, no, you're perfectly fine. Go ahead and do this because it's making them money by making him money, sort of thing. But I mean, he's a smart person. He does what he does because he wants to do it. And the other thing too is like he does whatever he wants to do, and people get mad at that because it's not of what the status quo is, right?
Yeah.
So like with the White Lives Matter shirts that he put out, people were like, it's very dangerous and it's harmful for Black people for you to be promoting this and all this other stuff. Yet they're the same ones that promote like music of niggas saying that they're gonna kill other niggas and like I'm gonna shoot this person, I'm gonna shoot you. Like they'll listen to like all of this stuff about these people talk about how they're going to kill other black people.
Yes,
they're like, that's not dangerous at all.
I need to hear a dude tell me how he's finna
Right.
shoot me 3
I got
different
murder
times.
on my mind, all this other stuff. Like,
Literally.
you know, yeah, there's like, hey, this black on black crime and this music sounds immaculate. You got a White Lives Matter shirt on? You're dangerous.
You're
like,
dangerous.
that's stupid. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, how are you going to criticize and like rapper, like, because it's like two different rappers, right?
Mm-hmm.
This person's talking about killing somebody, and this person's saying, yo, your life matters over here. And you're saying that this person is dangerous versus this person that's feeding you all of this negative energy. I mean, the music is still good, but it's negative over here. And he's doing something positive, and they want to shit on him for doing something positive and uplift the people talking about something negative.
So with that, that's a whole new question I just thought about in the middle of it. So with the people that's dropping the negative music, like the niggas that like they come straight out the hood or whatever, they instantly talking about some it's on so fucking bitches, all this stuff, the negative stuff. With them being a product of that, do you necessarily think that is their version of positivity because they're using their experiences or using what they see in their lives and everything as an outlet to talk about it? You don't think about it like that?
No, because there are some people that don't live that experience and
That's
they just
true.
rap about it because it's what sells.
We're not talking about them though. I was talking about the ones that are
That actually, but you can't tell that though.
that. Well, you can't.
Because now there are some that you can definitely tell live that life, but there are some people that were like, you don't know if they did or not. Like they may have come out of that area, but they could have been like Tupac and like how he was like a studious guy, you know, like he was a very smart guy and all that stuff. And then he made the shift later on when he became older. They could have been like that.
Yeah.
But you don't know that. You don't know how they grew up, you know. So it's you can't really answer that question.
It's like, so basically at the end of the day, you have a choice on what you want to put out. If you decide to put out gang, shooting, sex, then like that's what you're bringing in.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, like you could, because even like X, for example, right? Like he started off with super fucking aggressive mass music,
Aggression.
but then he mellowed out later on and didn't do that. There are some people that they don't get to that point because they don't want to do that. They're known for this aggressive ass violent music, and they're just going to continue to do that. They're not going to expand and do anything else. So, you know,
You feel like with Kanye, this is just his basically. He's like, this is my expansion. I'm trying to dibble and dabble in different things.
Well, the other thing too is like he's more of a conservative person. He's been on that side for a while when he started doing a whole bunch of like the religious stuff and all that stuff. He's just on that side. That's just the kind of rapper that he is and the type of person that he is. He's like, I'm a conservative. This is what I believe in. I'm putting this also towards my music. This is also a brand that I'm doing. So like that's just who he is. And just people are upset over that because they want him to be, you know, like they'll consent, like always post like the things where it's like, I hate the old I hate the new Kanye kind
I like
of thing.
the old Kanye.
Yeah, they'll like continuously do stuff like that because they want him to still be put in the little box that he was in when everybody agreed with him. But if you go against what society and what the people want you to do, which is kind of what we were talking about, like the last video, The Matrix, you know, they'll shit on you if you go against that.
Yeah, I think what happened with Kanye is the fact that it's really those who he surrounded himself by give him a bad rap, because then everything. Because I feel like if you were to change the narrative, if he was married to a whole other person, whole other group, whole other family, that was different. Maybe a more of a low key family. He might have dated some other rapper, or he might have dated some chick from his hometown or something like that he had a thing with, and then was like off in the cut. I feel like Kanye would have he would be on his J. Cole stuff, out the way, Kendrick stuff. I feel like they would put him on that level of, even though Kanye is considered a legend, and he is a legend, his own even right. I feel like with him having less public eye would have been better for him because of the way he carries himself.
Are you talking about better for him as far as his mental state or his
mental state, emotional state, and his overall society, how society views him.
Well,
I feel like
maybe.
people won't think that he's stupid or says that he's crazy because, from one, he has too many negative things. You're married to Kim Kardashian. You're around their family. Their family
Well,
is
divorced, but yeah.
you are divorced, but like you were married and you were around them a lot, and then aren't they known as a liberal family?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, you're around the family like, oh, well, of course you got fucking what Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, actually, he's a conservative.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's actually talked a lot against about like people transitioning early and stuff like that, like kids. He's actually talked a lot against that sort of thing. I think he's running for governor or some shit like that.
Well, good for him. Good for her. Whatever you go by. But yeah. But I fucked up. They gonna catch me. He said him.
Oh, I did say him, didn't I? I don't care.
Whatever.
Fuck it.
But yeah, that's good. That's good though. Power to her. But with Kanye, with him being around that family already has a negative view on them. Even though they do positive things.
To me, they do positive things for validation from other people. So
And I think
they do.
That's why his stuff gets pushed back. Like him having the Sunday service, him being on more on the Christian side, trying to be on the conservative stuff, and the positive things he does for the community don't get highlighted.
Well, they don't get highlighted because it goes against what people want him to do. Like, my thing is, regardless of all of that stuff, if we use the example of J. Cole, right?
Mm-hmm.
J. Cole would get the exact same scrutiny that Kanye does if he was like, I'm conservative and started doing all this stuff. Mm-hmm. If he doesn't have to be outwardly like Kanye, but he's just like, yeah, I support this, and he's chilling with Candace Owens and all this other stuff. People are gonna go hard on J. Cole the exact same way. Mm-hmm. So him changing his whole everything like that won't really matter that much. Now, it might have given him a little bit more peace of mind so that he can cope a little bit better. I can say that, but
I think that's going to create the foundation, because if he can do that, then I feel like he can handle himself better in the situation.
To me, I feel like he handles himself just fine. It's just other people's perception on him is what the thing is. Because, like, for instance, where they talked about how he's stalking Kim Kardashian because he bought a house that was close to them, right? Well, that's just what they want to do because it's headline to make Kanye seem crazy. And he was just like, I bought a house close to them so I can be closer to my daughter, you know? But they won't ever get that, that they won't talk to him about something like that because that doesn't make headlines. He's like, nah, I don't care that much about her and their family. I just want to be close to my daughter so that I can see her sort of thing. And it's just stuff like that. Like, they'll exploit him because it's easy to do.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's weird to the natural person because they're like, buy a house right next to him. We ain't got money like that to be thinking. I'm like, I can just buy a house, because to the average person, me knowing I can't buy a house right now, I said I wouldn't be thinking like, and then especially if I'm thinking about it from my little mindset of being a regular individual and not a billionaire, I'm gonna be sitting there like, that's weird.
Well, it's not even just that. It's like you know, normal people looking like, why would you buy a house next to your divorced wife or whatever, you know, your ex-wife.
It sounds very strange on paper.
It does sound strange, but when he's like, yeah, I get it sounds strange, but I'm trying to be close to my child.
Yeah, which makes,
and then once you get that information, everything else like, oh, okay, that's whatever.
No, that's why I also put it from like him being rich buying a house, because even if then I would be like, shit's still weird.
Because I mean, think about it as like a normal person or whatever. Like, say you have like an apartment or whatever, and you move out of that apartment, but you get an apartment in the same complex, like maybe 2 doors down, because you have a child. That's not weird.
I think it's weird. And the only reason I say
you think it's weird because
of the ex. I think that you need to have more space.
But that's not a factor. See, that you're thinking about it like you would still have feelings for that person. I don't give a fuck about my ex. I care about my child, and I want to be close to my kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm fine with being 5 minutes down the road.
But the thing is, your ex is not a factor. You're trying to make the ex a factor. It's not. I don't care about you. I care about my child.
I think I'm putting I care about my child too, but I'm also putting into the factor of future people. You're giving I don't give a fuck. I'm only doing this for my kid.
You don't have to.
I'm putting it into the factor of I don't want issues with your mom. I don't want because thing is I cannot give a fuck about you, but we don't know. Like Kanye could give a fuck about Kim, but we don't know if Kim.
We're just talking about normal people right now. I'm not talking about
normal people. If I and my ex or whatever, or I have a kid with someone, and she's down. She's a couple doors down. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just get an apartment right here so I can see my kid.
Yeah,
I get it. I understand. Yeah, you want to be close to your kid, but there's nothing saying that you don't have to be in an apartment complex that's next door. You don't have to be in an apartment complex that's 5 minutes down the road. You being a couple doors down, in my opinion, in my mind, I'm like, I may not mess with you, but your mom may mess with me. But we might have had a bad relationship. It'd be a difference.
See, for me, I don't care what the fuck about your family. Because the thing is, yeah, there is no problem with you moving to another apartment complex or whatever. But what if this apartment complex is affordable for you and the other places are not?
You just gotta do what you gotta do.
But
that's a different story.
But what I'm saying is, what if you like the area that you're in and you don't want to move to a different area? What if you got to move your shit out, but you can just move it two doors down? You feel me?
You're like that's efficient. That's solid.
Like
right
you're thinking of it like, bro, her family, and I don't give a fuck about them. I got my child 2 doors down from me.
I'm good.
I got my place chilling over here. I don't have to deal with you like that.
I'm also thinking about future people. I'm thinking about when I start dating again.
Don't care. That's not a factor.
So you gotta basically tell every girl, my baby mama stays she's 2 doors down. You she's 2 doors down. You yeah. And then she's like, am I, is that a problem with you? You're like, that's a problem, you can go. You don't really care.
Absolutely.
I'm like, I don't even want to come into the contact of even having to explain that.
I don't care though. That's it. Because regardless of anything, anyways, say you move to another apartment complex that's 5 minutes down the road, you still have to explain that shit.
5 minutes down the road, you gotta explain nothing.
You do, because you if you're trying to go see your kid, you still have to explain.
Well, yeah, you gotta tell them I'm going to go see my son and my daughter.
Yeah, and if you're in a longer relationship with that person, they're gonna know that they're 5 minutes down the road. So what's the difference? I don't care.
The difference is too close.
My thing is, I do not give a shit. Like, it doesn't matter the distance or any of that stuff. If you're if you're doing this to be next to your child, I don't care about whoever I bring into my life. You just got to deal with that shit. And if you don't want to deal with that, that's cool. I'm not going to force you to do nothing you don't want to do. I don't have
okay.
And you're thinking of it of like, if you have problems with your ex. I do not have problems with my ex.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm going off of the standpoint of there was a reason.
We're just talking about normal people here.
If I'm just breaking up people,
some people just realize that they don't want to be together.
Yeah,
I don't have to be with somebody and just be like, bro, I hate you. We're just gonna have to break up, and we just have a terrible breakup, and we happen to have a child. I'm not gonna have a crazy baby mama. I don't care. You're not gonna disturb my peace.
I'm not gonna have a crazy baby mama.
You're not gonna you can try to be crazy all you want to. I'm gonna get full custody of my kid. I don't care.
Like, just try it. Try me, bitch.
Exactly. like, bro, you might think,
it don't matter.
That's the thing. Like, you are coming from the perspective of like crazy baby mama type of thing.
I'm just used to I'm used to negativity. That's what it is.
Exactly. But that's what I'm. But like, you know me. I don't deal with that shit.
Yeah, you don't.
So like, for me, it's just like, yo, you either got to deal with this or you got to move. Mm-hmm. That's it. If I break up with you, we're cool. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't care that you broke up with me or I broke up with you. We don't have any ill will towards each other. We have a child. We need to take care of this kid.
It's more of a, I guess, no, that sounds exactly how he was thinking in that moment. It was kind of, I feel you. Do I still be like,
I understand what you mean from the perspective of what you're talking about. I do understand that. But for me, I'm just like, it don't matter like that.
Yeah, I get, if you, I guess the Kanye and Kim, they're a terrible example of like a relationship.
That's why I was trying to talk about just a different scenario, because that's explaining it between, because I also don't know how close his house is to them. Yeah. I just know that it's like in the same area, which is still not bad. It's pretty much the same example, 5 minutes down the road type of thing. Yeah. But because they're like, hey, he bought a house that's in the area.
It just makes it seem 10 times worse. And it's like, oh, and then knowing that Kim, like, the
Kim does
history.
everything for fame and shit like that.
Yeah,
so.
and then her keeping the kids away, and then him crying on social media talking about, I just want to see my kids.
Yeah, which I mean, and that's another thing
Yeah.
too. That's another thing that can really affect a dude's mental state is not being able to see his kids when he's trying to see his kids. You know, and so people don't give a shit about that because they're just like, you're a piece of shit, Kanye.
I feel like his decisions are coming back to haunt him, which was getting with that family. I feel like that that's because he's been the fact that you're dealing with so much flack and fight back. You can't guarantee this would be anybody else. If you were with any other regular celebrity, I'm pretty sure their family isn't as powerful as their family.
Honestly, I don't even think most of it is from their family.
What do you think it's from?
It's exactly what I said. It's just he thinks differently than what people want him to think. Any person that comes out as a conservative person, they get shit on a lot more than any other person, and that's what he is. Especially with the shirt that he put out and him being black. That's another thing. He's also chilling with Candace Owens, and a lot of people hate Candace Owens.
Oh yeah.
So all these people, they're just regardless of if Kim and all of them had absolutely no contact with him, and they were all chilling. They had a healthy, co-parenting relationship. All of this stuff would have still been happening to Kanye. Because it's not them putting out the, hey, he's crazy, he moved next to me.
It's the media
Right.
cat that grabs those.
Because
little
all
bites.
of those are good stories to use. So it doesn't matter about the Kardashians. I mean, we all know we don't like the Kardashians, but I will say this is not their fault. It's media and wanting to make money off of dude because he is he's a legend.
And it doesn't seem with them. Anytime they get anytime they get negative media, they know how to. They're used to it. They know how to get right out of it, whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, Dad's a lawyer, and
true. And then I was talking about when it went to Kanye, it felt like anytime either he just did not give a fuck on trying to clear some of the situations, but it was like he would just say whatever he say and then be like, "I'm a fucking genius. Don't fucking say shit to me. You don't know the answers, Sway. You ain't got the answers." And then it'd be those moments that be like, bro, you're hurting it. You're hurt. We were there with you until you started.
I'm there for it, bro.
I was there.
I don't care. My thing is this, right?
It's wild.
I'm not like a super toxic person, but there are certain people that I live vicariously through with toxicity.
And Kanye West is
one of those people, bro. He was just like, you don't have the answer. I was like, you don't have the answers.
You don't have the answers, nigga.
I'm a genius. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
He was talking to Piers Morgan a week ago. And in the thing, he was just like, well, people just got a problem with it because I'm a genius. Like, yes, you are, Kanye. You are a genius.
You are a genius. 10 out of 10. I get it. I understand. I'm right there with you. I don't understand.
I know. But I'm like, bro, I don't care. But no, I mean, I understand it, but it's just one of those things. It's people just like to talk shit about people because that makes headlines and news and stuff like that. Which is kind of why, I don't know, people just like talking about people's stuff,
just misusing the stuff. Like, as soon as you expose yourself in any type of way, they know how to run with it, and that goes towards the next topic that I was talking about. With I sent you the thing about Joe Budden. And how Joe Budden
is gay. Yeah.
Joe Budden is gay as fuck. Nah. So Joe Budden came out, I guess, allegedly is bisexual.
I don't. Yeah.
And so in the interview, so it was in some interview, and then the clip I had seen that he was talking about, and the guy was like, so
you like girls and guys?
You like girls and guys?
Hold on. I want to ask you about something. You said something on your show.
Give it to me.
About being bi.
Give it to me.
Is that a fact?
I'm not ready to share my personal journey.
That was a soundbite.
And he was like, well, that wasn't information that I was comfortable with exposing. But
yeah.
He was like, I'm experimenting with, it was like along the lines, I'm experimenting, curious of that or whatever. And then the dude was just dumbfounded.
Hey,
bro.
I'm not going to lie. I could tell that he was experimenting when he was doing the Ice Spice thing.
Bruh,
I was like, you did that a little too good, my boy.
Oh, you thought I was feeling you? That nigga's a munch. Nigga's a eater, he eat it for lunch.
you said that a little too spicy.
He had the hand up and everything. He said, "Nigga, much." I was like,
huh? You did that a little too on point.
yeah, I was like, hold up, man.
and then that thing came out.
A
I was
little
like,
too spicy.
makes sense.
Sounds about right. It was not. It was the long sleeves for me. It was the sleeves over the hands for me.
Did he have a sleeve?
I think he had on something. It was like this.
In the thing where he was talking to dude, or when he was doing the Ice Spice thing.
It was I think it was when he was talking to that dude. The shirt he had on looked like it was like an oversized, like what I got on right now. But it was like over his hands and the way he was doing it. And I was like, when your gaydar goes off a little bit, I guess
I don't think that determines that.
It's a bidar now.
It's a little sus bar.
It's a little sus bar. We're peeping it out. But what time I think is misconstrued. Something that I don't fuck with within the black community when it comes to like the LGBTQ plus and me being like both. I'm straight. You're straight. Neither one of us swing on any other ways. But when it comes down to people who have the same skin color as us, other black men, especially in like hood or areas, niggas don't know how to mind their and women. They just don't know how to mind their business when it comes to certain situations. It's kind of like the minute he said that, dude was just dumbfounded. Like he just got he shot him. Bro was like bro felt disrespected in that moment of like, what you mean? So you like both? And he was like, fuck. Like he looked at that, and then the other dudes, the crazy part, that's why I like when niggas like that get exposed, when other people around them don't care. And it's the other black dudes. Because us in particular, I remember back in high school when I used to hear somebody say that they were bi, I was like, no, this nigga gay. Instantly. There is no nigga like you. If you like Schmeat, it's over for you. It's like
that's your life now.
That's your life now. Like the minute you fall, that you bend over or bend someone else over, it's a wrap.
Because the other thing too, it's one of those things where it's kind of like dudes in jail.
Yeah.
You know, where you're just like, you're gay. Because they're just like, I'm not gay. I just had to fuck a guy because I was in jail for so long. Nah, you gay. It's one of those kind of things.
Yeah.
But like even when we were in school, like probably when I was in middle school, if somebody talked about like somebody being bisexual, after I learned what that was, I'm like, you're gay. And then like in high school, I was just like, oh, all right, I don't care.
Niggas are still gay.
To me, I was like, I don't care.
I didn't know the difference until like really high school. Like when I started like maturing and understanding, like I say high school, college. College is when I matured and I was like, oh, this is real.
I think
Thought it was an experiment.
I think the thing for me is, I used to watch Joji.
Yeah.
And
He was Filthy Frank.
Yeah. And they would kiss each other and shit. And I'm just like, that's gay as hell. But I was like, he's not gay though. And they would just do weird shit. And I guess that's probably why I was like, this is really weird. The other thing too is like, there are like actors that have to play gay roles. And they're straight. I think that's weird.
That shit's wild too.
You get paid for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just
like the dude from P Valley, the dude that got fucked.
Huh?
It's a dude that's
I know what you're talking about.
C Murder.
I don't
his name.
know who that is.
I think that's his rap
My
name.
my coworker was telling me about that because they showed it on TV.
Like they had a sex scene on there with him and
But he's gay though, right?
No, he's not. He has a whole family.
That doesn't mean he's not gay.
I mean, it might be a cover up. But that you see the clip when they were smoking.
I've never seen it.
Oh, no.
I just know that she told me about it.
Yeah. So yeah, that scene was going viral because everybody was like, obviously it was two dudes having sex on screen and people are like, whoa. Whoa. If it's woman on woman, I'm fine. If it's man on woman, I'm fine with this gay shit.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like I don't want to see that.
I don't think it's not something that I prefer to see.
And the thing is, people will say that's homophobic. I don't want to see two dudes fucking.
I'm not homophobic. My bitch is gay.
Yeah. How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay.
But no, the thing is, I completely understand that view of not wanting to see something. It's like the same thing if a woman was like, you know what? I'm not feeling these two girls fucking each other. You ain't got to watch it.
Yeah.
Just turn your head or something. Look at your phone. That's literally what it is.
Because it's like, Jeffrey Dahmer. When watching that, they had like, gay scenes in there. It's very uncomfortable. And I'm just like, okay. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I would be like, okay, I'm getting a little too uncomfortable. I'd look away. And then if it was over, then I'm just, but I'm not going to make a whole big,
Yeah, but nah,
think about it.
That was I get irritated when I see situations like that and people like when you questioning so much another dude's like sexuality, it's very questionable for yourself. And then in those moments when you're that intense, only when you're that intense.
I don't. For me, watching what you sent me, I feel like he just tried to use him for content at that point.
Yeah, that was
like I don't think he really cared that much. Like people would probably be like, "Yo, he cares a lot" or whatever. I don't think he cared that much. I think he just wanted to use that for content because if that would be his first time coming out, and that would be on that podcast.
Yeah,
and you can use that, for content reasons. But Joe Budden was like, "Yeah, I'm not really trying to talk about this sort of thing," and it would be like, "Bro, I'm still trying to push. I'm trying to get this content out of you." So that's why I don't really think I don't think too much about that whole situation. Now there are some people that they will press you about it pretty heavily, and those people sometimes are like, it's sus if they press you about it and then they also try to shit on you for it. That's what I look at you about. Somebody pressing you about it a lot, I don't really think that much about it. I think that it's just one of those things where it's just like, I just want to know information. Like, it's just a nosy ass person.
Yeah, that's how I felt about dude on that told you about that clip on Bad Boys Club. So they have this thing. I don't know if y'all know, but I'm pretty sure most of the people here have heard of Bad Girls Club. But they have another one now. They dropped with dudes. And supposedly the funny thing is, the gospel artist Kirk Franklin?
Nope, I don't listen to gospel.
Well, do you ever heard the name Kirk Franklin?
Nope.
So
you have to show me a picture.
Okay, let me see. I don't know if you'll notice him since you don't. But his son is on that show. They said, and he was on the other side. So they have this guy.
Oh yeah, I know
Mm-hmm. So his son I guess is on the show, and so they were.
That's weird.
It was weird. I think his son is bi. So which is funny because
he's letting his son down. I mean, he's
letting
his
his daddy down. His daddy's Mr. He's top Christian.
That must be devastating.
God damn it. But no.
Really make them question God.
So literally on the show, like half of the guys on there are straight dudes and the other half is gay. Mm-hmm. So they got like the whole arrangement of things. Just like Bad Girls Club. It's like you got the regular chicks on there, you got the girls that swing both ways and strictly pussy.
Oh, that's what they do on there?
Yeah.
I've never really watched
they be
like
kissing
that.
And shit.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one where the fat chick was like, I ain't getting to sleep?
Yeah,
that's the only thing I know.
That's when I was talking about the reunions. She's the one that's over the reunions.
Really?
They basically gave her the job to.
Well, it makes sense. She went viral from it.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. It's messy. It's hilarious. Low-key. I was watching my girl put it on. I'll be like, damn.
Me just like toxicity.
I was like, I do sometimes. Not when it comes to me. Only with other people.
Yeah.
But So they had both sides or whatever, and they were like, all right, toast up for the Bad Boys Club, and they were all like getting ready and having their drinks and everything, and then one of the guys was like, he said, hold up, he said, we need to know which side you on. He said, look, this dude that's on the straight side, and he was like, this dude been in jail. He been in jail. He had that.
Trying not to get his booty taken.
I guess.
Again.
I guess, but yeah, he was straight up about the shit too. He was like.
No, I'm gonna make my presence known right now, right? This is what I'm gonna say to y'all, right? Straight pussy only. No dicks. We not playing none of that. So if anybody cross the line, you getting violated straight like that. Do we got a problem? I wanna know. What's up?
He said, all right, bro. He said, we finna have straight bitches in here, bro. We finna have straight bitches in here. So he said, y'all, ain't nothing, what y'all got going on? Y'all do y'all, but he said, don't be bringing none of that shit over here. So he basically was trying to rule over the house. Nigga said none of that gay shit.
You know what? That actually reminds me of this TikTok video. Mm-hmm. This dude was like, what would be a really good idea for like a show like that?
Yeah.
Kind of like, how Big Brother has like the contest and stuff like that. It would be like a whole bunch of guys and they have to figure out who the gay person is, right? But they're all straight. None of them are gay. But they have to try to figure out the one gay person and get them kicked off. So it's just a whole bunch of straight dudes trying to figure out how to tell if this person is gay or not.
And nobody's gay.
He said it only worked for one season, but goddamn, it'd be
That
hilarious.
shit'd be so fun. Niggas be getting kicked off. And they'll be like, bro, what the fuck? I ain't even on that shit, bro. They'll be fighting.
Bro, they would probably have to be like the dudes on the thing.
Bro, no, that's literally what because the dude was like, he said, bro, he said, nah, he said, y'all keep all that stuff. And they looking at him. And the crazy part, he was the only dude that was on that stuff, but he had that like the stereotypical leader, the leader of the group type person. He was the loudest one and the one that was talking the most stuff. So everybody was kind of just like following him, like, yeah, none of that, whatever.
Yeah.
And so the dude, the gay dudes, they were over there. The crazy part, I was respecting them more. Because they were looking at him like, bro, why are you so worried?
Yeah.
He was like, bro, it's not that deep.
Because it's one of those things too where it's like, I think it's like very, like I said earlier, I think it's very like egotistical, like narcissistic a little bit for you to think just because you find out this person is gay, that means that they want to get with you.
Yeah.
They might think you're ugly as fuck. They might think you're the ugliest nigga around.
He's like, bro, no offense, you ugly as hell.
Right. And I wish, and I've never seen it, but I wish one of them like, you don't got to worry about shit because you're ugly as fuck. Like, it's so weird to me how some dudes just like, oh, you're gay? That's weird as shit. Hey, keep that gay shit over there.
That's literally how he was. And he was pressing Kirk Franklin's son. The one that was, he was in there in the corner. He was just like chilling, bro. He was like, had his drink. You could tell that he was like, I really don't care type of energy. But dude was pressing them like,
Wait. You trying to toast, right? I'm trying to figure something out.
Oh, let me sit down.
Is you fucking with men?
But do it
or
matter?
women?
What does that matter?
Hold on. I'm trying to figure you out because hold on. Listen, I'm trying to figure you out because we team straight over here, homie.
You sure?
Nah, we 100%.
That's
You
a
asked me
fact.
more than once, so that's kind of weird, bro.
That ain't weird, homie.
That's
You
some
moving
weird-ass
weird,
shit.
homie.
Can I ask a question? You moving weird?
I'm trying to figure you out, homie.
I'm about my bag.
so like he said, bro, I don't really know what you want. He said, which side are you on?
That's why you need somebody like Lil Nas X. Because I can't remember who it was, but somebody did a tweet and they were talking about how they don't fuck with him because he's gay. And he was like, nigga, I'll kiss you. I was just like, I guess that's how you deal with that. But
Right.
I mean, it's one of those things too. It's just like, like we've had gay friends before.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you're gay. Now, I do need to know if you're gay.
And why? And like explain that context.
Well, it's just one of those things where it's just like, all my friends are straight, but if you are gay, then I would just want to know.
Yeah.
And it would just be, yeah, I'm gay. Like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah, that's
and
literally all it
that's
is.
it. It's nothing else from that.
The only reason I want to know is just to make sure that you like I'm not putting you in an uncomfortable situation.
Well, yeah, because I mean, the other thing too is like if we're doing something and we're all trying to get with girls or whatever, and we're like, why aren't you getting with anybody? And we're just not, and we don't know. And you're just like, well, I'm good and all this other stuff, and you're just uncomfortable. I feel like a bad friend,
Facts. You
Like if I'm trying to pay for all these girls to come over here, I'll pay for the one dude to come over here for you.
like, bro, like just let me know. Just let me know something.
Like, because it's not a big deal to me.
you going on a double date and you invite him. You going on, you bring your girl, and he's a third wheel, and you're just like, where's your girl at?
Yeah, and he's just like, she canceled.
Nigga, you don't bring your dude. I don't care.
Yeah, because I don't have a problem with gay dudes. I'm just like, yo, if you're gay, then that's cool. I just need to know.
I felt bad for dude that was bi in that moment because I'm like, I feel like a lot of dudes deal with situations like that because that's not worldwide accepted.
Well, yeah.
Like,
If you're a girl, you can be bi, but if you're a dude, most people just assume you're gay.
It's just like hell nah. And then the girl you with, she might be like, I'd rather you be gay.
Yeah.
I'd rather you just be gay, nigga. I don't know what you been doing. I'm kissing you. You done kissed dick. The fuck?
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly. I think it's very presumptuous for you to just think that somebody's just going to be attracted to you just because they're gay.
And then his reasoning was like, he was like, bro, he said, I'm just chilling. He was like, bro, I'm just chilling. And then dude was like, I need to know. He said, why? He said, I need to know because it seemed like his safety was at risk. That's how he was making it seem like, bro.
I mean, he came from jail, so he's
did
just
come
trying to
from
make
jail.
sure.
Nigga was like,
if with that context, I guess I can't really fault him. Nigga was scared, bro.
Yeah, he
probably has PTSD.
I mean, that's funny.
He probably has PTSD, so he's just trying to make sure that he's safe. in that house. There's more. There's more of them. They can jump him.
He was like, "Look, I just need to know that we have strength in numbers, just in case somebody tried to take me." And they're looking at him like, "Nobody wants you." He's like, "I don't care." So they
just
said
need
that in
to
jail.
know.
They said the same thing in jail.
And then they pulled up on me.
They pulled up me with the Draco, and it wasn't the Draco. It was a penis. It was a penis.
Oh,
It's like at least he's straight up with his though. At least he's straight up just act like being straight up with it and not, even though it is a little strange, he's straight up with it versus like the person we were talking about recently, the trans lady that was exposing.
the piece of shit.
The
Yeah.
piece of fucking
Which is
shit.
really funny because I actually saw a video of it was like making fun of it's like a long time ago. I saw it like 2 years ago maybe. It was showing the pictures of dude, and then I randomly like.
Well, you gotta give him context first because we hop straight into it.
The trans person.
Yeah.
Oh well, okay. So it's the trans person that is exposing dudes because I guess he just wants to. I don't know the reason as to why they decided to do that. He was just like, I'm just gonna expose all these guys for being gay for whatever reason. But no, there's like a video like a few years ago where it was him as a kid, and it was just going up, and I think he was like next to his dad or something like that, and then randomly, all of a sudden, woman, and this is the same person actually. What the fuck? Yeah, I didn't know that they were like a big deal until like a few weeks ago, and apparently, bro is also blackmailing people. There's one dude that that he texted and he was just like, "Hey, I'm going to expose you if you don't give me some money." And the dude, it was a rapper. I don't know who he is, but he was just like, "Expose me. I didn't do nothing wrong. I don't care." And then he was like, "Okay, bet." And then exposed him for being with a trans person. He was like, "I didn't even know that you were trans."
He don't even know what you're trying to expose me for.
Yeah, because and that's the thing. That's the thing because people are trying to call him gay, and he was like, "I told you to expose me because I didn't even know you weren't a woman." He was like, "You're trying to expose me. I didn't know I did anything wrong." And then he was like, "When this came out, I was like, whoa, that's fucking crazy. I didn't know." And so there are like a whole bunch of people that are just like, you know, all these guys are gay because you can clearly tell that is a man. Well, that doesn't make sense.
I mean, people are changing literally everything.
Well, what I'm saying is like most of that doesn't make sense because because this is also for the LGBT side of things, right? If they say over there that trans women are real women, then that means that what this person did shouldn't be considered as gay.
You're not true. You're not true to yourself.
So then what are you? Because if you're not a real woman, like you say you're a real woman, then the people that you're trying to expose, you're not actually exposing. Because to you, those people would still be straight.
And that's why that's basically how a couple bad eggs fuck up the rest of the community. Because in that situation, you like you said, because it's trans people who don't side with that side of saying that they are real women, and there might be that person, but then it fucks up your argument.
It does.
It fucks up the entire argument.
It makes the whole argument weird because you also have all of these women that talk about how they're accepting of the LGBT, but then they're trying to shit on dudes and call them gay. So now you're saying that being gay is unacceptable if you're a guy. So you don't really fuck with the LGBT. All of these people are fucking hypocrites.
The thing is, if you're gonna sit there and say you don't fuck with something, you need to word it in the way it's your preference. You be like, look, I prefer not to be with women. I prefer to be with women who were born women. I prefer to be with a woman who biologically had all the things.
That's transphobic.
I give two shits. It's like, cause I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm just like, damn, if I want to have kids and you tell me we gotta adopt because your ass can't have kids, I'm like, and I ask you why, and you tell me, oh, it's because I transitioned.
And see, that's the thing too. When you talk about how like you want to be with a woman because you want to have a child, their response to that is not all women can give birth. That is true.
Yeah.
But no trans woman can give birth.
None of them.
That's the difference. Not a single one of them can give birth. But you might have a few women that can't due to some medical reason. Mm-hmm. But that's fine. That's the part of it. Like that is an anecdotal thing.
Yeah, I know if I'm going into it like, oh, okay, and then we find out you can't have kids, All right, we'll just work around it.
Right.
We'll work around
But
it.
there's no working around you being a dude. And the other thing too is like,
You gave me hope for no reason.
well, yeah. The other thing too is like, how can you, if you say that trans women are real women, then why do you have to hide that from me? Mm-hmm. Why can't that be something that you just say and be like, oh, okay, that's cool. You're a real woman. You're not though.
Because in your mind, you're thinking that you can get away with not saying nothing, but that's a very dangerous topic.
It is a dangerous topic, but the thing that's hypocritical is it wouldn't be dangerous to you because if it was, you would just be honest about it.
Yeah.
But you can't be honest about it because you actually know that you are not an actual woman. You just lie to people and have a whole bunch of people say that you are for whatever reason.
It's like be straight up, like the dude on the
On
what was
the
it?
thing.
The clip. No, not that one. There was another one when the guy was interviewing and he was like, "Oh, you look good," something like that. She was like, and then the lady was like, "She's like, I have penis," and he was like, "Oh," he didn't hear it the first time, and she was like, she's like, "No, did you hear me?" And then he was like, "Huh?" He said, "I have penis." He said, "Oh," and like looking from the price, you couldn't tell.
Yeah. Or because the other thing too is if you're honest, you might run into the one person. There was another dude that was like that. And she said that she had a penis. And he was like, you're lying. And then she took out her phone and showed him a picture. And he was like, oh, all right, that's cool. There are some people that just don't care.
Yeah.
But it's wrong for you to lie to people and then also say that trans women are real women when you have to lie about something.
It's because you
that
know.
means it's not truthful. And you already know that what you're saying is a fucking lie.
They're acting like we're in cyberpunk. They're acting like niggas is getting modifications and like this shit is just like
Hey, and if
fully
we get
around the board to where
if
like
we
you
get
can
to
be
that
like
point, I think it's called Nia Automata or whatever the fuck it's called. If we get to that point where you can take out your fucking consciousness and put it in a different body and your whole fucking everything changes, cool. At that point, I'll call you a real woman.
It is what it is.
But as the technology that we have right now, you are not.
No, and you still have to question things because they're like you're playing in hot fire because because niggas not stable. you tell the average dude that and he hears that you might be in the hospital.
Because there was one video that I had seen probably like a year ago where this dude was like, hey, I'm gonna tell this guy that I've been on like multiple dates and I've had sex with, I'm gonna let him know tonight that I'm trans after like, I don't know, a few weeks of them like having sex and going on dates, right?
You're a few weeks of y'all doing the nasty.
The
That's crazy.
the very next part of that video, covered in blood, beat the fuck up. And people were trying to talk shit about the dude that beat his ass, right? I can't feel bad for you because you put yourself in that dangerous situation not being honest straight up.
That's weird.
It is. It's so weird. And like there are people that will accept you for the way that you are, but why are these people going after straight people?
It's like the same thing. If you were to switch that, right? Switch it with a woman who transitioned to a dude and got the reconstructive surgery and has a fully functioning penis after spending God knows how much money to get that shit to work. And so you did that, got a fully functioning penis, and then it's like, all right, cool. You're basically a dude with a vasectomy. You're shooting blanks, or if you can even get that feeling. And then like you have sex with a woman, and that woman finds out that and now she wants to hurt you. She has every right.
Yeah, I mean, because the thing is too, right? When you have situations like that, Allie has this class, right, where they're talking about, I can't remember what it's called, but Joe Budden apparently did it. It's basically when you're about to have sex with somebody and then you tell them that you're about to wear a condom, but then you take off the condom before you have sex with them. It's called something. I just can't remember what it's called. But apparently dudes do that for some reason. It's very weird. It's so they can bust in the girl or whatever. But anyway, so you basically have the conversation like, yo, we're going to have sex. Are you going to wear protection? And they're like, of course. And then you put it on. And then right before you have sex with them, you take it off. And then you do that or whatever. And so they're trying to make it to where like that's illegal and they consider it to be rape, right? I feel as though if you have sex with a trans person and
They didn't say nothing.
and they didn't say anything to you, that should also classify as rape because that's not your consent. So I feel like you should be able to for them to catch a case for that sort of thing because that's not right.
Because it's basically it's like if I knew, I'm gonna say it just like this, and they don't fuck with it, I really don't care. It's like basically having sex with a blow up doll. You know exactly, and like bear with me now when I say it like this. Like having sex with a blow up doll.
Yeah.
You know that I'm finna fuck this fake fat ass or this fake fleshlight. You know that this is not real, and you're perfectly fine with it because you know what it is. That's like me getting about to go have sex with my girl, and she has a fleshlight inside of her, and it's fake.
That sounds weird.
And I know it's weird, but I was like, basically, it's like, boom. It's like, all right, I'm thinking I'm about to go into a real vagina. I done sat here, talked to this woman. I done took her out on a date. I done swooned her, gave her all the good talk or whatever. And now I'm about to get. I'm like, all right, cool. She's like, she's like, it's about that time for sexy time. And then I'm fucking the fleshlight.
I would say
fake. It's fake. It's not the real deal.
Yeah, I would also say like it's one of those things where it's like it's no different than somebody like getting you drunk and then having sex with you. They take advantage of the fact that you don't know what they actually are, and then they just, which I don't know how, like somebody, I don't know how they like trick you into having sex with them. And I guess they just like, hey, I want to do anal. And then Deuce is like, yeah, okay, I'm cool with that. And they just don't think about it. Because like they don't actually have a vagina. So I don't really know what they do. But
and the crazy part is what if they weren't if they weren't all bottoms? These niggas are just tops.
What? Oh, the dudes that the person talked to?
Yeah, it's like how are you?
Well, I'm sure that probably some of them knew that this person was trans. But the people that did not, I mean, it's just one of those things.
They hiding the shit out there, ho.
Well, I mean, yeah.
That's wild.
I mean, they'll probably only do like one position, and they'll probably have it dark. So, I mean, you probably just wouldn't know. But I mean,
that's a little flappy.
Because it's one of those things where it's just like, why my meat touch the meat?
Like,
then you just got to fight.
She's like, I want to do anal. You're like, shit, all right, I don't get to do this often.
Right, and so you just like, you go in, but it's fucking rape, essentially.
Basically.
Because you're having sex with somebody against what you consent to. And they're just like, well, I'm trans, I'm a real woman. No, you're not. Because if you were a real woman, you wouldn't have to lie to me about it.
I wouldn't have to penetrate your ass. In the dark. I wouldn't have to just stick to one thing.
It's one of those things where it's just like, you do it, and then like right after that, just like, all right, it's my turn. And then you just like,
wow.
I'm like, what do you mean? And then everything changes. It's my turn.
Oh, wow. Like, she's like, where did you get those brass knuckles from? Don't worry about it. I bought them as soon as your voice got deep.
And then they just get up like, oh, you want to fight? All right, we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
There ain't no questions. The fists are flying.
But what if they beat you?
Huh?
What if they beat you?
It's rape. You're going to jail regardless.
I'm just saying.
And they beat me is wild. I'm be have too much anger in my system for you to beat me.
They're just like, I'll take it. And I was like, not unless I'm dead.
And so all of a sudden I realize that I'm dealing with, it'd be like, imagine you just like, all right, cool, you at the club, and then you get a little drunk or whatever, and then you take home some buff chick. You thought that she was just swole for no reason, but no, she's actually a bodybuilder. I might have to shoot you.
There are some women now, for some reason, that like work out a lot. They actually look good. Mm-hmm. They're like just really built. Now the ones that are like super built to where like they look a little weird, that's gross.
Nah, I see the black chick with the lady with the wig. I think it's like she has a short kind of bob wig, and she's always like very strong. She was like, "What we do to them young gals?" Like, yeah, all night.
Oh, I think I've seen it.
She be pushing it. She be like, ah.
I think you sent me a video of that. Yeah.
She be like, oh, what we doing to it? What them young girls want? They want it all night. She be lifting, and she be getting it too. I'll be like, damn, she got a 6-pack on her back.
That's crazy.
It's nasty.
There's a chick. I gotta try to find her and show you, but she looks good. She just is kind of buff. Mm-hmm. But she, it's like a normal thing, There's some that look good, and there's some that look nasty.
I be thinking that they supposed to look like swole all the time. I didn't realize these people on like a regular basis, like bodybuilders, they be looking normal. Like I be like be chilling.
Sometimes they do.
Like they in there like bulking season, they're in there like that cutting season where they have to like get prepared for a show. They look crazy. Like, they look
but
like
in their
freaks of nature.
in their downtime, they because in order to be in some of them, you have to lose a certain percentage of fat, and also you have to lose a certain like skin. So like if you lose all that fat, your skin can't be flabby. So you got to like tighten that up a little bit. Most of the time, they try not to let themselves get like too out there. But they kind of relax after like that, the show and everything.
So basically, confirmed that bodybuilders are like just like trans people. They're lies
No,
until the show happens.
because at least bodybuilders are honest.
Are you natty or not natty? No, what they be saying in the community, like basically, are you natural?
No, okay.
Are you natural or are you on steroids?
I think a lot of them do steroids, which I mean now it's not that bad because like they've kind of fixed it a little bit to where like not all steroids are like bad for you, sort of thing. So there are a few different bodybuilders that I've seen that do take steroids, legal steroids that they can take.
Yeah.
So it's just
Would you take steroids?
to look like them.
Yes.
Look, I've thought about it. Look. All right. I looked at The Rock one time, and I was like, I feel like I can do steroids.
Wait,
there. I was like,
they did. He did say it at one point. He did, didn't he?
I don't know.
I know John Cena. I think he said at one point he did.
Yeah. But no, I looked at The Rock, and then one time I looked at Michael B, and I was like, you make it look kind of enticing. But no, I was like, I'm not gonna do that.
He's like, nah, I'm be all natural.
How can you say you're straight when you inject something into your ass?
That's crazy. We're super straight. Like they're straight, and then there's us.
That is a flag. Now that they have all of like the stupid flags that mean stupid things, there's a super straight flag.
There's a super straight flag.
Yeah.
I think I have seen it. That shit's funny.
I think it's like the Pornhub logo.
That's gonna be the next.
I think it's like red and black. I mean orange and black.
That's funny.
Yeah.
We're gonna put that in the back of the screen for the next episode.
Super straight. That's fine.
Super straight.
Yeah. We gotta kind of dub the super hot thing to say super straight.
Super hot, super straight. They're gonna make a video game, super straight.
You could only be with women. You gotta like punch anybody that's not.
So that's gonna be the new design right there. Going crazy. Need to copyright it.
Super straight's already copyrighted.
I'm talking about the game.
Oh, okay.
Super straight, the game. It's gonna be a POV.
People are gonna call it homophobic. It's like the thing with I forgot what the dude's name is. The comedian that passed away, the black dude.
You talking about Teddy Ray?
No.
Oh, Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he's like walking like by the train and he's just slapping people. It'd be like that for the game, pretty much.
Everybody. You see the blue hair community. Everybody. I only date women. Real women.
I'm a woman. What are you? I'm a trans woman. You're not real.
You're not real. And just like that, we support everyone.
Yeah, we're very inclusive.
We're very inclusive. If you are listening to this podcast and you would like to actually come on here, because we've been talking about having conversations with the other sides.
Yeah, like if you're like trans or something,
or something.
Yeah,
if you're a part of the,
if you're a part of the alphabet community, like you can come on here and like talk.
What did that what TikTok with the girl that was like today we're gonna teach you how to do paints pronouns. Today we're gonna teach you how to do sharks pronouns. If you're a part of that community, please come on this podcast and explain yourself.
Yeah. Also, if you're a furry, I just have to know what goes on in your fucking head.
I want to know what happens in y'all community. I just want to know, this is like a convention thing?
They do have furry conventions.
That is wild.
They have furry conventions, and they apparently have furry orgies.
Y'all are some nasty niggas. I support it.
Y'all are some freaks.
I support it. Where do I sign up?
Just show up as a unicorn.
All of a sudden, somebody knocks on the door, and it's just somebody on all fours. He's like, hi. Starts barking.
They do the fucking hi.
Hi. Oh, like, oh my gosh.
I'd have to hate you.
I'll turn to stone in that moment.
You don't get a serious punch.
But yeah, this episode has been very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right, so if y'all fuck with the content, subscribe, push the bell notifications. If you're down with the get down, you go ahead and just do all those nice things. Rate us 5 stars on all audio platforms, whatever you guys are listening to, whether it be YouTube, we already said subscribe, notifications, Apple Music, Spotify, whatever you guys listen to, we are on it because we are on everything. We got it locked down. Let your people know, let your friends know. You guys have any topics, like we always say, interested in talking in, let us know.
And if you want to come on, just let us know. I mean, obviously we have to like vet you first and know that you're not a crazy ass person. But yeah, we'll let you on depending on who you are.
Depending on who you are. We will not let the crazies on.
Well, depending on
how crazy.
Like, if you good for content, I might let you on. I will exploit you.
Yeah, you can sit next to him. Nah, never mind. You can sit next to me. You can sit next to me because
trying to keep people safe, bro. But anyways, if you down with the get down, go ahead and subscribe.